What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. Today is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. Taco Tuesday over on Prize Picks. No tacos are on the board as of yet, but we have 8 games in the NBA today, and I have two player props that I want to talk to you about in today's early look and research video. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. So without further delay, I thought we can kick this video off with a quick recap of our 2 plays from yesterday, or 3 plays from yesterday. All right, so starting off with Jamal Murray, we took the over on his 21.5 points, and that actually hit for us. That prop was taken off the board and then put back on the board at 22. Didn't matter. He had 24 points in the game. He cleared both lines, so that one looked good early on to me. Then the original partner to that one was Trae Young, over 9.5 assists, and that one fell under. Trae Young finished the game with 7 assists, needed 10. Definitely in a good spot to do it against a Miami Heat team he's had success against in the past. So definitely felt really good about that one. And then the third prop that was introduced later in the day was Darius Garland over 2.5 3-pointers made. Now this one was provided as an alternate play because the Jamal Murray prop was taken off the board along with all the Denver Nuggets props, and then they were all put back on the board, slightly bumped in a few different areas. So took the over on 2.5 3-pointers made for Darius Garland. Couldn't get it done in regulation, couldn't get it done in overtime. Took 7 shots from downtown. Honestly, if you would have told me that before the game he would take 7 shots from behind the arc, I would say, yeah, he'll make at least 3 of those. So I felt good about all 3 of these plays, as I always do, but we fell short. 1 and 1 on the day, or if you want to look at it, 1 and 2 on the day. Either way, in my mind, it was not a great day yesterday. So we're gonna look to bounce back today. We have 2 early look props that I like on the board. Without further delay, let's jump into the 2 plays that I like early on in the research process. The first prop I want to talk about is Steph Curry, 10.5 rebounds and assists. And I like the over on this one. Heading over to props.cash, pulling up his 10-game log, we can see what this looks like over the course of his last 10 games. His 10-game log is a little wonky just because of all the injuries, so you can see that his 10 games span almost 2 months. But just looking at what he's been able to do in most of those games is exceed 10.5 rebounds and assists. His performances versus OKC, he's had 1 this season. He's gone over that. I mean, cleared it by double, which is a good thing. More importantly than that, though, we all know Steph Curry is coming back from injury, and so logging in 32 minutes in your first game back from injury is a really good sign. All signs point in the direction that his minutes will definitely, if at the very worst, stay the same. I can't see them going any lower than 32. I honestly feel like they will be bumped up to about 35. We should definitely see Curry back to full form this game, because not like these guys when they come back from injury, they haven't been doing anything. They have been practicing and, ramping up their conditioning, and they wouldn't be on the court if they couldn't handle the minutes. So I fully anticipate Curry getting his full run today. Something else that I wanted to point out is the Western Conference standings. So taking a look at the Western Conference standings, you have like this little logjam going on between 5 and 7, and each one of these teams is separated by like 1 game, 1 loss, 1 win. If the Warriors win tonight, they honestly control their own destiny. If they win tonight, they're 35 and 31. It doesn't really matter what these guys do down here. But let's say everybody wins tonight, then everything stays the same. Where it gets a little crazy is if like the Warriors lose tonight, they're 34 and 32. Let's say the Wolves wins tonight, they're 35 and 32. They jump into the 5 seed. Warriors fall into the 6 seed at 34 and 32. But then let's say the Mavericks also win tonight, and they're also 34 and 32. So now you have the Warriors and the Mavs tied for the 6th seed. You definitely don't want to start playing around with this area down here. So just another, reason why I think we're going to see more run for Curry today, why we'll see like Curry unleashed, I guess. They really have to start picking up some wins and building up some momentum going into the playoffs. I mean, not a whole lot of games left in this second half. So I like the over here on his 10.5 rebounds and assists. Second prop I want to talk about is Nick Claxton, 9.5 rebounds, and I like the over the more on this prop. Heading on over to props.cash, let's pull up Nick Claxton his 10 game log. Let me pull up the right prop before I start talking here. There we go. So still, 3 out of his last 5 games, he's hit his prop. None of that changes. We can see back-to-back games of 12 rebounds versus the Boston Celtics and Charlotte Hornets. Both of those teams are not good in the front court. Much like the Houston Rockets tonight, his matchup is super friendly, okay? Rockets 29th in defensive efficiency, 24th in the league in power forward defense. So those factors, those stats support this play. Claxton is also seeing his minutes, maintained in that high 20s range. So that's another thing that looks good for Claxton. I like to see these numbers down here. Kevon Looney grabbing 13 rebounds versus this Rockets team. Charles Bassey grabbing 8, grabbing 6 in the game after that. This is as far as props.cash will allow me to see in terms of teams versus Houston since we're in the new month. So all those things look good. Now, if you are fearful that this game will blow out and that the Brooklyn Nets won't see full run and all these things, let me show you something real quick. So are we to believe that this game versus the Rockets will be any worse than the game versus the Hornets on Sunday where the Nets won by 16 points? In that game, Claxton played 27 minutes and put up 12 rebounds in under 30 minutes. In terms of fantasy production, he gives you 32 fantasy points in less than 30 minutes. So he's averaging, again, over 1 fantasy point per minute. I'm not worried about this game blowing out. I mean, this is something also to keep in mind. The Nets are running a really, really tight rotation. I mean, look at these minutes distributed amongst the starting 5, and then look at your main 3 guys off the bench: Curry, Harris, and Royce O'Neal. Cam Thomas and Yuta Watanabe are coming in to just spell people. The majority of your minutes are staying here. So Claxton is on the floor along with Dinwiddie and Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Finney Smith. So we can always be concerned about blowout, but honestly, any team in the NBA can blow out any team in the NBA on any given night. I mean, that's a fact. I'm going to focus more on the matchup, which is extremely friendly for Nick Claxton tonight. So I like the over on his rebounds at 9.5. And so far in the early look and research process, those are the 2 props that I really like. Also, if you are interested in additional plays, I'm always posting new plays and additional plays in our membership section. If you have any questions or you're curious about what that's like, go ahead and click that link in the description below. You can see everything that's offered to you for each tier, everything that you're getting. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's early look and research video. Quick recap over the 2 plays that we like. Curry over 10.5 rebounds and assists, and Nick Claxton over his 9.5 rebounds today versus the Houston Rockets. Drop me a comment below letting me know who you like on the board today. Who do you have your eyes on? Also, let me know what you think about these 2 player props that I went over in today's video. Do you like them, love them, do you hate them, or do you want to leave them alone? And as always, thank you so much for all the support, the likes, the subs, the comments. It truly mean a lot to me, and they really do help this channel get a bit bigger every single day. Until the final look video, which will be posted at 2:30 p.m. That's Central Time, Chavez is